I make almost twice the federal minimum wage, and I am still thousands of dollars below the poverty line.
Yeah, everything's going up except the pay. Then it clicked. In Texas, minimum wage has been $7.25 since 2009.
You guys, I can't afford it. I can't afford life.
Despite having 2 college degrees and making close to $80,000 a year, I still cannot keep up with the cost of living.
If you work in fast food, you don't deserve $20 an hour.
It's weird that we judge people who make minimum wage and not the people that pay it.
So stop being a fucking Karen and just let people shoplift if they really want to.
I'm just leaving Dollar General, and I was talking to the lady about how prices were going up. She was like, yeah, everything's going up except the pay. And I'm like, yeah, we're going to be at $7.25 for the rest of our life. Then it clicked. In Texas, minimum wage has been $7.25 since 2009. We are in 2023. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
If you're a young person working a minimum wage job, please stop giving a fuck. And here's a few reasons why. Number one, your pay does not change based on how good of a job you do. It doesn't matter how many items you scan at the cashier. It doesn't matter how friendly you are to customers. As long as you're not getting fired, you get paid the exact same amount. So stop being a fucking Karen and just let people shoplift if they really want to. You're not getting paid enough to care, okay? And you make everyone's life easier by not caring. So stop caring. Number two, if you're someone who's constantly beefing with customers about stuff, that means you care too much about your job. You will never have a bad customer if you literally don't give a fuck. For example, like me, if a customer wanted something, I just gave it to them. Did not give a fuck. And because of that, I was happy as fuck at my job. Never had a bad customer, never had a Karen, because I simply didn't care. So if you're dealing with Karens, that means you care too much. And number three, unless you're someone that relies on a minimum wage job, chances are it really doesn't matter even if you do get fired, because you can just go across the street and get another minimum wage job. It's not like your pay can go down anymore.
I make almost twice the federal minimum wage, and I am still thousands of dollars below the poverty line. I am homeless. I live in my car. I cannot afford to rent an apartment. I can hardly afford to live in my car. Food is expensive. And it's tough times, you know? I work 40 hours a week. I am not in an entry-level position. I am in a skilled position. I make twice the federal minimum wage. And I am poor. And if that isn't the most late-stage capitalism thing, if you want to buy me a meal, my Venmo's in my bio.
If you work in fast food, you don't deserve $20 an hour.
He's right, you know. If you work in fast food, you do not deserve $20 an hour. You deserve $22.88 per hour, and this is according to the financial and statistical data up to 2021. Imagine what that's going to look like when they account for the last 3 years of greedflation. It's going to be closer to $28 an hour, especially in California. That's what you deserve, at a bare minimum. So he's right, but kind of only on a technicality, and like most right-wingers, gets there in just all the wrong ways.
Inflation is the reason why my husband's leaving me. Kind enough to deposit $400 in my bank account today. Between now and the time he's leaving me, we are on a super tight budget. And also during the time that he's going towards the bill, $30 of that has to go in my gas tank because my gas light just came on. $40 of that is going towards diapers. So that leaves me with a whopping $108. Need some snacks, fresh fruit, veggies, all that type of stuff. So we're going to Aldi, and then we also have to go to Walmart to grab the diapers and all the things. Just us on a budget, a very tight budget. Look, we're already saving money. Walmart. Yeah. Blueberries have gone up like $2 since last week. Alright. Sorry, putting you back. So I had like $60 in mind when I went into Aldi. I did end up spending $74.32. I ended up getting 2 miscellaneous items. One is a wooden play toy and then a Halloween tablecloth. I could not resist. Next stop, Walmart. Where are we? Walmart! I should have parked there. I just feel so awkward parking right next to someone after they park. Yeah. Walmart, in and out. My God, this place is insane today. I swear that was the fastest Walmart trip ever. In Walmart, we spent a total of $84.37. Ending up our totals between Aldi and Walmart is $159. We had a $108 budget. Remember, I subtracted the $40 budget for the diapers at the beginning, which brings us up to $148. So we went $11 over budget today. Not bad at all. But 4 miles to eat, so we had to get gas. We are rolling into the gas station, 0 miles till E. Be open, please, be open, please, be open. Fuck. Made it. Now to fill my car, which is complete robbery. To be honest with you, we are living paycheck to paycheck, and it's tough. TV turns, hopefully we will not be living paycheck to paycheck anymore. And we can build a house.
It's weird that we judge people who make minimum wage and not the people that pay it. Whenever I hear about someone making minimum wage, it's always, they're lazy, they're just flipping patties. But whenever I hear about a job paying minimum wage, it's always, they're doing the best they can, they're job creators. Sure, but when you want to talk about doing the bare minimum, shouldn't we talk about a job that is literally paying the bare minimum? I mean, if this economic system works, which, then shouldn't the amount of money you pay incentivize the kind of work you get? You might say, no, you should work as hard as you can at every job you get. So what you're saying is you want a level of work that is inconsistent with the pay you are given? It sounds like you're saying you want a labor handout. And I thought we don't take kindly to handouts in this country, brother. So if you're going to use that kind of language, why not direct it at employers? So the next time you get bad service at a place, instead of directing all your anger at the cashier, you should get mad at the employer, who should pull themselves up by their bootstraps and pay more.
Why in the fuck do I gotta still get up and go to work? I'm still broke. I still ain't got no fucking money. And I still gotta chase these dreams and pay these bills. How the fuck this shit work? Y'all don't pay us enough. Get somebody else to do it. That's why I gotta keep chasing my dreams. I'm grateful for my job, but man, listen. Why the fuck we still ain't got no money? It's not enough.
I am so tired of living my life in survival mode because despite having 2 college degrees and making close to $80,000 a year, I still cannot keep up with the cost of living. I still cannot afford all of my bills every month and have to live paycheck to paycheck. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I am sacrificing my mental health, my time, and my energy to take care of people in their most vulnerable moments, and a lot of the time they do not make it. At the very least, I should be able to pay my bills. And for anyone who's thinking, oh, well, you shouldn't have chose that job, somebody has to do it. And you know damn well, if your loved one was critically ill, you would want somebody to take care of them, right? Something has to give. I cannot keep doing this.
I'm just lost and confused on why is the pay rate in Texas still so low and they charging an arm and a leg for these apartments. Why are you charging people $1,400 for rent and then the employment places are only paying $11? Who is going to be able to live somewhere and y'all 1-bedrooms are $1,400? And that's not including everything at the end of the month. That's just $1,400 flat. We're not including the valet trash. We're not including the water. We're not including light bills. We're not including people who have to pay daycares. They got their own things outside of rent, and y'all only paying $11. And then y'all want people to work their backs into the ground. And then when you apply at these jobs, they want you to learn and know all this stuff for $11. Yeah, no. We got to do better. At least up the pay to $16.
Controversial, but the worst place you can wind up in the workplace is being the dependable one that always gets things done, because they will put in a stupid amount of work on you because they know you will do it and you'll do it right and you'll do it fast, and they will not pay you for anything. Is it wrong to just start acting your wage after a while? Is it like, because the temptation is real. I'm ready to start acting my wage, because if you want me to act above my wage, why don't you pay me above my wage?
At least you're on the right path. Nobody wants to work for shitty wages, but that's not how this goes in the apprenticeship. So a first year in this local, in the DC metro area, starts out approximately $24 an hour. And then they'll continue to get raises as we get raises, but they're only going to get about 46% of the dollar that we get. Second year, they get another bump. Third, fourth, fifth, they keep getting bumped up in pay as they keep going. Once they turn out, they make journeyman wages. So you don't make $18 an hour for 4 years. You build your way up. You understand? I got out of the Army. You know, I was making like $6,000 a month, a little bit over $6,000 a month. And I went to a job into a union trade down in Miami making $14.36 an hour. I know it's hard, but you can do it. It sucks.
You guys, I can't afford it. I can't afford life. I just can't. It's so hard. It's so expensive. It's so darn expensive to live nowadays. I just can't do it. I don't know how everybody else is doing it. I don't know what kind of money you're making. Where are you guys working? That is normal people. I'm talking about normal people. I'm talking about not influencers, not these crazy high corporate jobs, normal jobs. What are you guys doing? Because apparently I'm doing something wrong. I can't afford life with my job. I can't afford it. And I can't leave either. So that's that.
Jobs simply do not pay enough. Literally, what is somebody going to do with $8 an hour? I can only pay about 2 to 3 bills, and it's not the rent bill. I really do believe a lot of these jobs need to reevaluate the amount that they're paying their employees. It's so crazy because one day they don't show up to work. Oh, you want to fire them. You got 4 kids to take care of. They don't make enough to feed their family. They make enough to the government, whereas though they can't get food stamps, they can't get government assistance. And then even when people get government assistance, that's a whole separate process that takes months to get. I think the pay rate in Texas is like $7. What the fuck is $7 going to do for somebody? I think every state, they should at least pay people $20 an hour. At least. This is a cutthroat world. I don't care what nobody say. Like, either get how you live or you starve. That's why I do not judge people. Whatever you gotta do to get that money, because these jobs will try to get over on you. And people be like quick to say, go get your education. But my whole thing is, I'd rather you get a certification, something that's in high demand. That's just my opinion, because even after a degree, literally, a girl I was talking to the other day, Mom, she's like, I got my degree, but I still ain't get a job yet. This is what I mean by like everybody keep pushing a degree. We in 2024. These companies don't give a fuck if you got a degree, experience, but I don't understand why you want somebody that got experience, but you wanted them to have this degree. Like, who is going to give this person a chance, if that makes sense? Nobody wants to give people a fucking chance.